Hi, everybody. Welcome to Autism Sings with me, Daniel Perkins. Today is a very special episode of the Halloween celebration for Autism Sing because I have two very, very special guests. From the Fiddler on the Roof National Tour, may I present my old friend Jesse Wilde and Yochai Greenfeld. I hope I got that right.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
So, can you tell a little bit about yourself to the audience?
Sure. My name's Jesse. I'm a New York-based artist. I was on tour with Fiddler on the Roof, and I was in school in Providence, which is how I know Daniel.
And I am Yochai, currently in Tel Aviv, New York-based performer as well. And I met you, Daniel, in Providence, backstage after a show last year.
Those were good times, both of them. Although I still wish I could have seen the show. But we're actually here to celebrate Fiddler on the Roof today with the song The Dream, which comes at a pivotal moment where Teyve has to tell Golda that the daughter Tzeitel wants to marry Motel, who was played in the tour by Jesse. So are you both ready?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Well, here you
Yes.
go.
In the beginning, I dreamt we were having a celebration of some kind. Everyone we knew was there. Musicians too. Suddenly, in comes your grandmother Tzeitel. May she rest in peace. Naturally, I went up to greet her. She said,
A blessing on your head, Mozel Tov, to see your daughter wed, Mozel Tov, and such a son-in-law, like no one ever saw, the tale of Motel comes Tzeitel.
Motel?
A worthy boy is he, Mozel Tov, of higher family, Mozel Tov. They named him after my dear uncle Mordechai, the tailor Motel comes Tzeitel.
A tailor? She must have heard wrong. She meant the butcher.
You must have heard wrong, Grandma. There's no tailor. You mean the butcher, Grandma, by the name of Laser Wolf?
No! I mean the tailor, Teyve, my great-grandchild, my little Tzeitel, who you named for me. Motel's bride was meant to be. For such a match I prayed, Mozel Tov. In heaven it was made, Mozel Tov. A fine upstanding boy, a comfort and a joy. The tailor Motel comes Tzeitel.
But we announced it already. We made a bargain with the butcher.
But we announced it, Grandma, to our neighbors. We made a bargain, Grandma, with the butcher Laser Wolf.
No! So you announced it, Teyve, that's your headache. And as a Laser Wolf, I say to you, Teyve, that's your headache too. A blessing on your house, Mozel Tov. Imagine such a spouse, Mozel Tov. And such a son-in-law, like no one ever saw. The tailor Motel comes Tzeitel.
But he's a butcher.
The tailor Motel comes Tzeitel.
He's Laser Wolf.
Sha! Look, who is this? Who comes here? What woman is this? By righteous anger shaken. Could it be? Sure, yes it could. Why not? Who could be mistaken? Is the butcher's wife come from beyond the grave? Is the dear butcher's darling departed wife? Fuma Sarah, Teyve! What is this about your daughter marrying my husband? Yes, her husband. Would you do this to your friend, the name of Fuma Sarah? Have you no consideration for a woman feeling, handing over my belonging to a total stranger? How can you allow it? How could you let your daughter take my place, live in my house, carry my keys, and wear my clothes? Pearl! How can you allow your daughter to take your place? Pearls, house girls, pearls, Teyve! Such a bloody man as Teyve wouldn't let it happen, Tell me, isn't it true that I wouldn't worry? Say you didn't give a blessing to your daughter's marriage. Let me tell you what would bottle such a fatal wedding. If Tzeitel married Laser Wolf, I pity them both. She'll live with him 3 weeks. And when 3 weeks are up, I'll come to her by night. I'll take her by the throat. Then this I'll give your Tzeitel, that I'll give your Tzeitel, this I'll give your Tzeitel, that I'll give your Tzeitel. Here's my wedding present. It should marry Lisa.
Ay, 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 such a dark and evil spirit. Too, too, too. Let it fall into the water. Let it sink into the earth. Such a dark and horrible dream. And to thought it was brought about by that butcher.
That butcher!
If my grandmother Tzeitel, may she rest in peace, took the time to come all the way from heaven to tell us about this tailor, then all I can say is it's all for the best, and it couldn't be more better. Amen.
Amen.
A blessing on my head, Mozel Tov, Mozel Tov. My grandma Tzeitel said, Mozel Tov, Mozel Tov. We'll have a son-in-law like no one ever saw. The tail Motel comes oil.
We haven't got the man
Mozel Tov, Mozel Tov.
we had when we began.
Mozel Tov, Mozel Tov.
But since your grandma came, she'll marry, what's his name?
The tailor Motel comes oil.
Oh, the tailor
The
model.
tailor Motel comes oil. The tailor Motel comes oil.
Hold on, let me raise myself up. Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you for joining me, Jesse, and Yochai. I hope I pronounced that right again.
You
And
did.
Don't forget, support your local arts organization. Again, let's give a hand for my special guests, Jesse Wilde and Yochai Greenfeld. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thanks for having
you.
us. Bye.
Thanks for having us.